Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Joanna and I'm glad you're here. I love to DIY on a budget, and if you like to sew, then catch me on Saturdays. Now, let's get crafty. Welcome to Christmas in July 2024. Let's have a little fun. Okay y'all, for this first one, I saw this on Pinterest. You need buttons, Jenga, the mini Jenga game, and hooks or whatever. You can glue stuff on them. But I saw these on Pinterest and I thought these would be stinking cute to do with your younger kids or your grandkids. It's just easy, easy, easy. All you're going to do is, or all I'm doing is, you could paint these whatever color you want to. I'm just staining my blocks, so that what I do later will show up. And once I got my block stained, and I'm not using a wax because you can't glue to wax. I've got 3 size buttons here. These are just what I had. And I'm going to draw a little hat. Now, this don't have to be perfect, y'all. It does not have to be perfect, okay? Oh, y'all can't see that. Now you can. See that little hat I drew? Okay, it wasn't perfect. It's not perfect. So I drew my hat on all of them. And I'm taking a teeny tiny little paintbrush. See it? Teeny tiny. And I'm taking some red acrylic paint. It doesn't matter what the name of it is, just red acrylic paint. Whatever makes you happy, honey. That's what you use. And I'm going to paint in my hats, the red on my hats. Now, it took 2 coats because it is acrylic paint. So it's going to take 2 coats or 3 to come in real bright, on that wood. But yeah. Anyways, you can't see that. It's blurry. I'm so sorry. So I did that on all my blocks. And then I'm going to take my... this did not work. It did a little bit. Not a whole lot of it. So now I'm going to get my tiny paintbrush and I'm going to just squiggle around and make in my white fur on my hat there. These are so cute. You see that blurry mess? So I did that to all of them. And now I'm going to take Beacon 3-in-1. You can use glue. Wood glue would be good. Wood glue would be good. But I'm going to drill out a hole there. I ended up getting my little tiny drill bit because this was just too much for my carpal tunnel. I couldn't do it. And y'all, I'm sorry I've been MIA since my birthday, but I have been sick since my birthday. I went swimming in my nephew's saltwater pool with my grandkids because, they had me a little birthday party there. And, I have vertigo really bad. So I thought maybe the salt water would help my ear. Y'all, it did not help my ear. It made it worse. So I have been dizzy. Y'all have noticed my C-bands on my arms for nausea. I have nausea all the time. But they wasn't even working. And it's just, I've had mess after mess after my birthday. Now today, my refrigerator went out. So we're going to have to buy a new refrigerator. I said, Lord have mercy. What in the world? I don't even want to ask what's next. You know what I'm saying? But, God, we're still blessed. We're still blessed. Even though I had vertigo, that's so there. I'm just putting my buttons on and yeah. So now I'm going to take baker's twine and I'm going to make a teeny tiny little bow. And I'm going to glue that bow. Actually, I'm tying it in a knot. I'm not even making a bow. I'm tying it in a knot and clipping it off and gluing that right in the middle of my first and second button as a little scarf looking thing. But anyway, yeah, I'm blessed because I was working somewhat through the vertigo. When I wasn't so dizzy, I had to lay down. And my ear is getting better. I've put some medicine in it and I haven't went to the doctor. I'm so hard-headed, y'all. But I haven't went to the doctor yet. But if it don't get any better, I will. Don't worry, I will. And then tonight we're going to look at another refrigerator. I said, Lord have mercy. When it rains, it pours. But, we're still blessed. We're still blessed. We've been through storms. My kids been through storms. And, we're blessed. Okay, enough of my soapbox. So I am going to take my black marker because it wasn't showing up very well. And I'm just going to outline and put some little squigglies around on my hat right there to make it show up a little better. And I'm going to do this on all 3 of these little or all 4 of these little things. Now I'm just going to take my baker's twine and I'm going to tie it in a knot. I'm trying not to sway. There is music playing. And I keep thinking, don't do it. Don't do it. But it's so hard. It's so hard for me. You have no idea. So I'm going to put that through there. And then I'm going to run it back through and pull tight. And that's going to be the hanger for these little ornaments, little things, or whatever you want to do with them. And then there they are. Ain't they so cute? And these would be so fun for kids. And I added a little snow at the bottom. I just dry brushed it on. I think they're cute. So now this one is a recycle project. And I saw these on Pinterest. And I was like, oh my goodness, I got to do it. I didn't have a pie plate. Okay, footage is lost, y'all. Footage was lost. I painted the 2 cans with white. I put baking soda in there and pounced it on with a pouncer like this right here. And I just pounced the chalk paint mixed with baking soda. I did not do that to the hat. I just gave it like 3 coats of chalk paint. Okay. And yeah, there's my 3. Now I have a regular vegetable can. I have a soup can. I have a tuna can. And I have a condensed milk can for the hat. And I glued them together with a glue that's very similar to E6000. Okay, now I cannot draw on eyes, y'all. I just can't. So I'm going to take this Stays On ink and an eraser that I use to make circles. And I'm going to make circles. And these are going to be my eyes, okay? I'm not a face maker. And then I'm going to do them for the mouth. Well, this was too big for the mouth. So I found something smaller and did dots for the mouth. Just a little bit smaller, okay? Because these were big and I didn't like it that way. So now I'm going to dry it. See how that went through? Don't do it on something you don't want the ink to go through. I got it lined up. You can see my mouths are really a little bit smaller. I think I used a hole punch, but that was a shoo. And then I had to cut around it. So I'm going to take my little tweezers. What am I doing? Oh, I'm getting a little paintbrush. I'm going to get some Mod Podge, okay? Now this is like a stiff distressing brush. And that's because I left paint in it and forgot. And so, yeah. Because when you do this, you need to pounce it. See, I'm pouncing down in those can lines. And that will make it look like you painted it on. Like it belongs there. And I'm just going to add Mod Podge. Just a little bit of Mod Podge. Pick it up with my brush. Set it down. And then pounce it in. Now be careful when you're pouncing because you'll pull your paper back up. This is tissue paper. Just like gift wrap tissue paper. But you can see that it goes in your lines and it looks very, very good. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I forgot. I got to make a nose. Why? I didn't put the mouth on because I didn't know where my nose was going to be. That's what I was doing. That's what my brain thought. Look at all those dots up there at the top of my mat where I was trying to make dots and they ripped the paper and everything else. Now, don't pay attention to this first nose because it's cruddy. I don't even use this first nose. I don't even know what I did to it. Trying to fix it made it look worse. That would look cute if I'd have just left it alone. But I'm trying to trim it up and I'm like, what the world? So I finally get one that makes me happy. And I'm just going to take orange acrylic paint and paint my nose. Okay? That's all I'm going to do. And this is corrugated cardboard. I got it in something, but you can just pull cardboard apart and make a corrugated piece of cardboard. It's no big deal. So once I paint this orange, I'm going to glue it on with, what did I use? Oh, the 3-in-1. And then I'm going to put my mouth on. Okay, so now I got this Distressed Oxide by Tim Holtz, and I ordered it on Amazon, I think. But I'm going to use a makeup apply application thingy. I don't know what it is. It's a spongy thing. And I'm going to swirl some pink cheeks on it. I should have used my darker one, but you could still see it. You can't see it in the camera. My lighting stinks, I guess. I don't know. And now I'm going to take a permanent marker and I'm going to make eyebrows. And I'm just squiggling it on. And I'm going to make some squiggles around his nose. And around his eyes, I'm giving him those little eyelash things down there. And then I'm going to add squiggles around his mouth pieces. It's just to give it a little something something, make it cuter, okay? So I tried to zoom in so you could see it a little better, but you can't. Now it just looks a little funny. And I couldn't undo what I did. So I'm going to take my little dotting tool, and actually I'm not. I'm going to get a stylus, I think. Yeah, I went and got a stylus. And I'm going to take this little tiny stylus, and I'm going to dip it in my white paint, and I'm going to add little white dots to his eyes. Now I have to look at the picture because I don't know where the dots was supposed to go. So I had a face on there. So I'm just going to put the little dots in his eyes. When I get done with that, then I'm going to take a darker distressed oxide. And this is just, it's a gathered twigs, I think is what the color is. And I am going to, I want to say dirty up, but I don't know if that's correct. It does look dirty. Vintage up, maybe. Distress, maybe. I don't know. But I'm going to distress my can, okay? And this didn't go on. I mean, it went on really, really well, but it had some darker spots in it. And I thought that was really cool because it made it look more vintage and authentic and dirty. And that's just what I like. So that's what I did. But anyways, I'm going to do this all over the white part, and I'm going to make it a little bit heavier on the bottom. And I tried to rub it off, but it wasn't rubbing off and smoothing in. Some of it came off, but a lot of it didn't. So, you know, it is what it is. I like it. And then I'm going to, I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? Oh, I'm going to add snow to his hat. This is just, I'm dry brushing this paint on his hat to make it look like a snowy effect. And then I run it all around. Sometimes I get out of frame because I've got the camera at a weird angle. I've had to switch tables in rooms because I had no room in my sewing room. So my husband, he had to help me a lot. And this was way before my birthday because I felt better then than I do now, actually. But he helped me switch tables around. I needed room in there in my sewing room. And if you don't like this look, you do not have to do the distressing. Well, the snow looks better than a plain black hat. But anyway, I got real heavy with that paint right there on an accident. But it's okay because it made it look better in my opinion. But anywho, I'm just running this all around my hat. Y'all don't have to watch my every move right here, okay? What am I doing now? Oh, my nose fell off. Would you look at that? My glue wasn't dry. My nose fell off. Lord have mercy. I glued that back on. I think I actually scraped some paint off and used hot glue. I don't know. But I have these rusted bells and rusted safety pins that I rusted in some vinegar solution I found on the internet. And it worked. Stunk, but it worked. And to get metal to stick to metal or anything to glue to metal, I'm going to take a little piece of thin Dollar Tree felt. You can use any felt, but the Dollar Tree felt's wonderful because it's thin. And I'm going to glue my little felt pieces on there. And then I'm going to glue my bells to it. And that will hold my bells on way, way better. Matter of fact, I pried them off to put a piece of fabric on the felt. And it was just, I had a hard time. I had to remelt the glue to get it off, pretty much. But you'll see in the end, if you pay attention, I made the squares behind it bigger because I thought it looked better and more vintage than just adding a button. But the felt, I still added the felt to make everything stick right nice. Okay. And I'm just using my 3-in-1, Beacon 3-in-1. You can use fabric tack. You can use hot glue at this point, whatever you want to use. Wood glue works, whatever you want to use. Okay. And I stuck little buttons down him. Now this ribbon, of course, was too wide. It came from Hobby Lobby. And that goes on sale every other week, I'm pretty sure. It may be once a month now. I don't know. They changed. So half of it, but I didn't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around his hat here. And I'm going to cut a piece off. And then I'm going to cut a clip out of it. And that side was easy to pull. to pull that wire off was so easy. I wanted a frayed edge. Now that was hard. It wouldn't pull. So I had to cut it a little bit more. And then I was able to rip it. But this ribbon don't rip very well. I'll just tell you that right now. And when you rip it, it sure frays. And I absolutely loved it. So I'm going to take my Beacon 3-in-1 again. You can use fabric tack or whatever glue you choose. And I glue it in the front. Now I'm going to hot glue the ribbon to itself. And that's going to make sure that it stays a little better. And then I noticed the hat was coming up. So I did peel it back and add some hot glue around the ribbon on the hat there. Right like that right there. And tack that down. I didn't want a lot because it makes it ripple. So yeah. So now I'm going to take that same ribbon. But that wasn't long enough. And I'm going to make him a scarf. Okay. So I'm going to cut a longer piece off. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to rip the side off. And then I'm going to go and cut it. And then cut it again. And rip another piece. But I want this piece a little wider. Okay. So I'm telling you, that stuff was hard to rip, y'all. Oh my goodness. And it frayed everywhere. I had strings everywhere. Which wasn't my advantage. Because I tied them in to one of the... I added a button somewhere. I don't remember where. And I used that for the string in the middle. And then when I pulled it, it scrunched it up. So I had to just shimmy it back out. And then I'm going to fray the ends a little bit. And this is a whole lot easier if you lay your ribbon down and use that pink tool. And fray it that way. Well, because it frayed too much, I'm cutting a little bit off the sides, alright? I'm trying to be very detailed and explain what I'm doing here. Because sometimes I'm not detailed at all. I just... do it, and I'm a very bad teacher because I'm one of those, I think if I know it, you should know it, and I just whip through it, and I'm sorry. I don't mean to be that way. So as you've seen, I took and put this around there and tied it in a knot, and then I got to twist it to get my ribbons the way I want them. And this I did glue because it was really, really shifty. So I glued it around through there because where I tied it, it was trying to go every which way. And I just tie it to the side. But I'm not done yet, y'all. And this really got ripply. Here I go, dancing. I'm so sorry. So sorry. But I had to get a glue stick. Well, I'm showing y'all everything. I didn't mean to leave all this in. Goodness gracious. Now I'm going to take this muslin. And I just ripped a thin piece of muslin off a piece of muslin I had in here. And I'm going to tie an itty bitty bow. Well, not an itty bitty bow, but I'm going to tie a little bow. Let me put him back down there. Oh, I forgot. I got to distress his ribbon. Y'all, it's been a long, long week. I'm telling you. I don't even remember what I did right here. But I did distress his ribbon, and I distressed it on his hat at some point. I don't know if I did it right now, but I do eventually. And I glued that down. I do remember that. I glued that down because it got on my nervous system. And I was like, I can't do this. Because it wouldn't stay down. And it was getting to me. So, covering up my buttons I put on there I worked so hard on. So, I'm just going to go ahead and distress this first before I tie it in a bow. Because, it makes it a little easier. And then once I get that distressed, I'm going to tie a bow and I'm going to glue it somewhere. But before I glue it, I'm going to glue my little rusty bells. And y'all, I didn't even realize. I put four spaces down this dude. And I didn't realize that one of my little bells was smaller than the others. So the first one's a little bit smaller, but it doesn't make no difference. You can't really tell. It ain't that much smaller. And then I ended up turning them to where the bell part was in the front there, like that right there. I had to take the other ones off anyway to fix them. But anyway, you glue your bells on how you want to glue your bells on. I glued mine on that way. So I'm going to take this bow, and it's all grungied up. And I'm going to put it right there on top of his scarf, okay? This, I'm going to tell you, was my favorite DIY. I absolutely love this little guy. I didn't have time to rust this snowflake. So I'm going to take Mod Podge and I'm going to give it a layer of Mod Podge. Pretty good layer. And then I am going to take cinnamon. and I'm going to put cinnamon over top of it. This not only looks like rust, but it smells pretty good too. So I'm going to put my cinnamon on there, and that's going to make it look rusty, and I'm going to shake it off and then let that dry real quick. It don't take long. But I'm going to take one of my rusty stove pins. Stove pins? What the world? Safety pins. I don't even know what a stove pin is. And I am going to take these paper tags. Now, you can make a tag. These are just less time consuming. So what these are stickers. So I'm going to take one, and I'm going to take another one just like it, and I'm going to put it on top of it, and I'm going to stick them together. Well, I was trimming them off, and then I was going to trim the top and end up messing it up. So I just cut the bottom off so it actually looks like a tag. Because I was like, I done jacked it up. So it was fixable. It was fixable, y'all. Thank goodness it was fixable. Now, that's kind of dry. I'm going to tap it off. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to tap it off, push it down in there. Now I'm going to tap it off. Y'all don't know what I do from time to time. I really don't. I got rid of that cinnamon. And I'm just going to take a marker and I'm going to write the only way I know to write decent. And that's with just writing it capital letters and then add dots to it. That's the only way I know. That's the easiest way I know how. And, y'all, I'm going to tell you something funny. I've been sick to my stomach. I'm not going to go in detail, but I've been sick to my stomach for the past 2 or 3 days. Really bad. My coffee's been tasting bad because I thought, I had a sinus infection. Now I'm adding a couple little snowflakes down at the bottom by just drawing lines. Okay, well, I make my own DIY coffee creamer because my cholesterol is through the roof and I'm trying to lower it. So I do stuff. I use oat milk. Well, oat milk lasts forever, so it doesn't really go bad. Y'all see what I'm doing here. And I have been drinking coffee thinking I had a sinus infection and it tasted bad. And my creamer was ruined. And I didn't realize it because I was sick. I was telling you, this morning I was totally grossed out when I drank my coffee. I was like, I can't drink this. I only took a couple of swallows. And I'm like, if I can taste everything else fine, how in the world is my coffee this disgusting, I didn't realize I've been drinking rotten creamer for a while. I don't know how long. I don't know how long our refrigerator has been bad either because it's hot. We live in a mobile home and the heat in Tennessee has been ridiculous. And I don't cook in here when I don't have to. And so my husband's been grabbing stuff, or we'll eat sandwiches or not even that sandwiches. We'll go eat like Subway sandwiches. I'll tell him, bring me Subway, because it's hot and I don't want to eat when it's hot. So we ain't been cooking, or I haven't been cooking really. So I didn't know anything in my refrigerator was bad because I don't eat out there. I did notice that my blackberries and blueberries and stuff were molding faster, and I thought, I'm just must be getting bad berries. Y'all, I don't know how long my refrigerator's been going out. I think it's kind of funny now I sit here thinking about it, but I wonder if that's what's been making my stomach tore up, stuff I've been grabbing out of that refrigerator when it's not up to par. I don't even know. But anyway, I just folded this bow over like a cancer awareness bow and then put it down in the middle, and I'm not worried about nothing, cinching it in the middle because I'm going to spruce this baby up. I'm going to take some moss and put in there. And y'all probably don't even care to hear about my personal problems. I don't know, but I thought that was funny because I thought it just dawned on me, that's maybe why I've been sick. But one of the reasons, partly that one, anyway, not my ear, but, sick to my stomach anyways. But anyway, make sure you use something if you do this, if you put your moss down there. That moss is so nasty too. It gets everywhere. Look, my son-in-law got me this vacuum from Walmart. Oh my goodness. I love this vacuum. It holds way more than that buzzard. Buzzard. Oh my goodness. It holds more than that ladybug. Where did a buzzard come from? I have no idea. I'm dying right now. I got a buzzard. No. But anyway, on with the video. I'm taking pip berries that I had in my stash. Y'all, this was so hard to do Christmas DIYs because, one, I was sick, and two, my stuff is in a tote, and I couldn't bend over to get it out of the tote because of vertigo, and it was terrible. But I did get some. That's why this is a recycled DIY. This stuff I had handy, But But anyway, I'm going to take my pit berries, and I used way too much, y'all. I did. But I just, look, it's red. I don't know. Spread it out in the middle, and I'm going to glue that down. I didn't have to use this many pit berries. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know, but it's okay. It's okay. Work with me, people. Don't do this many if you don't want to. So I'm just going to hold this down because I'm gluing it and my glue has to dry. So while I'm holding that down, I am looking around trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do. I don't know. I'm going to take this. I get these every year from Hobby Lobby. I absolutely love the branches on these little things. I do, and they're good for props. They're good for DIYs. I absolutely love them. So I'm going to take 2 little ones. And these are so fluffy and so beautiful. This is my favorite kind of pine. The little skinny pine. Where did I go? I don't know where I went. I'm gone. I'm lost. Where am I? Let me cut this out till I come back. Did you look at that? I come back. I didn't have to cut nothing out. I don't know where I went. Couldn't tell you. So I'm going to glue that. Y'all don't push your glue gun on there. If your glue gun's hot, you'll melt it to your glue gun. Just trust me. So I put them in. I burnt my finger. And I'm going to hold them real good until that glue starts to set up just a little bit. Okay. And then now I'm going to take jute string I had laying over there. I don't know where it come from. I just seen it and thought, hey, let me add this in this thing. I'm crazy. But it looks good, so it's okay. So I twisted it around my finger a few times. Then I hold it with my little hair clip. And then I'm just going to tie a knot. One. And then tie another one. And then these are going to be my tails, okay? So then I'm trimming off the string loops, fluffing my little bow out, pulling my strings without pulling them off, okay? And then I'm going to cut my tails the way I want them, and I'm going to glue that right there in the middle. Oh my gosh. Y'all, this is so cute. This is so rustic and so stinking pretty. I love it. When I get done, I'm absolutely in awe. I used a picture for inspiration, but I made this my own, and I love it. And I am adding felt to the star because it's metal, and it helps it stick, okay? I don't know why. Felt's like, it's a magic little thing that you put in there. And then I'm going to just push. It ain't a star, my snowflake. I'm going to put my snowflake in there. Now this is where I add felt to the button because I'm sticking it to not only the metal, but I'm sticking it to the, cinnamon. Now I took little strings from that when I was pulling that bow. That ribbon to make those bows. I took some of those strings and just strung it in those and made it look like there was actually thread in the button. And then I just put a bell. It covered up my thing. So I took the bell off. And then I'm just adding this. And I'm not adding a bell. And I ended up tying it to the white thing because I couldn't see it because of the white thing. And I didn't like it. So, yeah. So I'm going to take a piece of felt. And I'm going to cut off a tiny piece of felt. I'm going to glue it to my bell. And I'm going to glue my bell in the middle of my bow. I'm hoping that's what I did. Because I'm thinking that's what I did. Yep, I did. Woo. Good job, Joe. Good job. So now, when I tipped it up and looked at that, I thought the top of that can looks bare. It looks bare. Okay. So I'm going to take some more moss. This just added to the cuteness to this snowman, in my opinion. This was over the top, and it just did it for me. I'm telling you, it finished it off. I was like, ta-da! Anyway, I'm going to put my moss up there and pat that down. And then I've got these little bitty cardinals. And I know I got some of those at Hobby Lobby. And I might have got the big one at Dollar Tree, but I got the tiny ones. I'm pretty sure I got those at Hobby Lobby in the mini tree ornaments or something. I don't know. And I'm just going to pop my cardinal right there. And it is so cute. And then I'm going to take these little pieces of pine. these I saved in my stash. They came off some rickety Dollar Tree decor. And I thought, they're kind of rickety, but they might work for something. Well, such a time as this, there they are. And that is so cute. I took and distressed and added snow to the top of my greenery up there. Okay. So I just pounced snow on it. And then I added one right there and some berries. Some of those pit berries that fell off that I had left. I added them right there to it. Y'all, that was my favorite. So I have this glass jar that I've had forever and a day and 5 years and 6 months. And that's a long time. So don't question me about it. And I'm going to wipe it off with an alcohol wipe. Okay. I got these at Dollar Tree a long time ago. And I'm just going to wipe it off with an alcohol wipe. And then I'm going to take, this is chalk paint. And it's chalk paint mixed with a little polyacrylic. Okay. And then I have these stickers that I am so not happy with, okay? You get 2 of the little ones and 1 big giant snowman. I don't know what I'm going to do with. But y'all know I stink at faces. They have white around them, and I do not like it. When I seen the decals, okay, they're cute. Yes, they are. But when I saw the decals, I didn't know there was white around them because it didn't show it. Okay, it showed just the decal of the design. It didn't have a white around it. Now, I will tell you, because this glass is so round, I had a devil of a time trying to get this flat, and it was bubbling up, wrinkling, and everything else. I had to take an X-Acto knife and put slices in it to get it to lay down flat. And y'all do not have to watch my struggle because it is unreal. Okay, it is unreal. So, I'm just telling you, wherever you got wrinkles at, if you do this project, just take an X-Acto knife and cut and slice and just do the best you can, okay? Or a big razor blade like I got. That'll work too. Make sure you don't cut your glass. If you do, just touch it up with a little more paint. Face on. Now, if you're wondering about my holder, it's just a pool noodle cut down in one of the Dollar Tree little box things there. And it works wonders. So now I'm going to take this ribbon from Hobby Lobby, okay, and I am going to glue it around this rim. And I'm using hot glue because I'm going to glue it. It sticks pretty good, but I'm going to glue it back to itself so it won't fall off. And I'm pulling it pretty snug, okay. So I'm just going to add glue all the way around, and I'm going to pull tight and add a little glue where necessary and see that covers right nicely. When I get back to my other end of my ribbon, I am just going to stick it to itself. And that'll stick. It won't go nowhere. And the reason I done this, I didn't paint it. I just didn't paint it. I knew I was going to cover it up, so I didn't paint it. So now I'm going to take this other lace that I had in my stash that it probably came from Hobby Lobby too. I made a frozen dress a few years ago and had this left from it. So I'm going to glue it and hang it down just a smidgen. So that's another reason why I used this one, because I knew I wanted this one hanging down just that smidgen. Y'all know what a smidgen is? It's about that much right there. And so that's why I used another one to go across it, is because I knew I wanted this to hang down. So it worked out beautiful. And I am going to, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't remember. Y'all, the polyacrylic, it's matte polyacrylic mixed in your chalk paint is awesome. Just a little bit. It don't take much. But it comes out. It's very nice. I love it. Anyway, that was just a tip from me to you. I've got these from Dollar Tree, and they're pink, and I thought they're a beautiful color pink. And then I've got some of these from Hobby Lobby. I missed footage again. I don't know if my camera is getting hot and shutting down. I don't know. But all I did was bend the bottom of my florals, 3 bundles of them, and put them in that jar. And then I'm going to add these, and then there it is. I'm so quick. Look at what I did. I'm so crazy. So I had that tree. I just used that tree and hung my ornaments on it. But that's so cute, ain't it? You can go over it with Mod Podge if you think your face is going to fall off. And then there are those. They look kind of country. They be cute on a mini thing, tree, whatever. And then there is my beautiful, beautiful snowman. I added snow to the bells, snow to the scarf, snow to the nose, snow to everything. I didn't add snow to the snowflake. I snowed everything but my flake. I snowed my berries, and then up at the top there, I snowed my doodad. Thank you for watching. Sorry for my commentary today. You guys are a blessing. Until next time, goodbye.